That's when folks that need to get out here could pass through, and I didn't show it because I didn't want to clutter it. We could have basically a walkway there with gates on both sides where the kids would traverse through, so that you really couldn't get in there or get in through this way unless you opened a series of gates and have a person monitoring that. So effectively, we're keeping access as they need it, or more regular access, out of this back area. Why? Kids are there. Kids have to be able to egress out of the building. Now, they wouldn't egress out of the building except for emergencies over this way, but egress out here to come to the temporary playground, which we would move actually from here because we need that for work and laydown area. We would use this lower part here as temporary sediment basin and maintain field space in the middle. I'm aware that there's a lot of need to maintain as much field as possible, so we would want to try and do that. What I've shown is fencing around that area, effectively keep kids out, contain the contractor activities, allow egress, but not disrupt the egress here. One other note on the isolation. This is gym, very few windows. Here's a library that's got some windows where the children could see what's going on out there. We have in other projects used visual screens and other methods like that if there's a concern that there's a disruption. Here's the administrative wing, so we're not going to have a whole lot of concerns about disrupting the administrators. On this side, no offense to the administrators, but you come last, we have to worry about the kids first. When we come to this side, as you get up higher than this elevation, really at the 3rd floor, now you can start to look down over the existing west building and start to see the site. Again, there are things that we can do if there are concerns over here relative to noise or anything else. The bulk of any of that will occur during earthwork and putting up steel, which we want to try and do in the summertime so that the bulk of that noise occurs when the children aren't there. On the other side, once this work is completed and this renovation is completed, which we would try and do over the course of 2 summers, the children will be away from this side of the building entirely when it's time to remove that structure. So again, in the last phase, we isolate that work so that we're not around the children. And because of the way this building sits and the way that it puts itself in between what gets removed and what gets built, we have ourselves a buffer. So we wanted to show you some of the early thinking that we had on how we would protect the children, the visitors, the workers, and the administration as we would build at a west site. Summit site, obviously, more wide open, you do different things with it, but this takes a little bit of thinking to understand how you're going to best protect the children. Was there anything I missed there? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Moving to the public comment section.